Would you say that this method is more efficient or?
The biggest difference, I mean, obviously, time of death was 6:05. The lethal injections I've covered 6:20. So obviously, it takes a much shorter amount of time for the inmate to be declared dead. Obviously, it's different from a lethal injection. This is always, it's more, I think I described it last time as being a much more sudden and violent thing. That's just the nature of a gunshot and everything.
Did the rifles sound like large guns, really large guns?
Yeah, you hear them all at the same time, and they are high-powered rifles, what the prison folks have told me that they use.
Mr. Collins, hi, Naomi with WIS News 10. And described in the previous execution with Brett, there appeared to be, from visual, some blood that was found on his chest there. Did you witness any of that? I believe also one of the witnesses said that there appeared to be a little bit of blood also on the floor after that execution. Did it seem that was the case here?
I didn't see it, but I remind people of these because the inmate sits off to our left, so we're at an angle like that. So everybody has a different viewpoint. I didn't see that from my viewpoint today. I did see that the target got pushed in, like the target disappeared for Brad Sigmund. It was actually, you see, it was pushed into the wound this time. That was a little bit different. I didn't see, during Brad Sigmund, I saw like a fist-sized wound and some blood. Didn't see that this time, but that may be the nature of my angle as opposed to whether or not it was actually there.
So as far as the pain level and the reaction that you saw today, how was that different from the last firing squad execution?
It's my 12th execution overall, and it's the first time I've heard there being some kind of audio pain cue. I've seen flinching, I've seen things like that, but that was the first time I've actually heard a noise that came out of there. So, the Brad Sigmund, after he was shot, there was no sound you heard the sound of the rifle. So that was very different.
Brandon's question is for you. How would you describe this execution?
Well, I have nothing to base it on previously, having never witnessed this execution. But what I will say is, just based on conversations with Jeffrey and covering these executions over the years, this seemed like a very fast process. The curtain opened seconds before 6 p.m., and within 4.5 minutes and 5 minutes, the process is over, and you are exiting the chamber in silence. You're not speaking to anyone. Based on the witness description previously, when it came to lethal injection, it's a much more long process. You can't tell what the inmate goes through physically. It's impossible to tell. But this seems to be very quick, very efficient from when that curtain opens until it is over.
So, Brian, before everything took place, how would you describe that room that he's in? And basically, was he moving around? Was he just sitting still? I know he's strapped, but just kind of describe that room.
Where he's sitting is probably about 15 feet or so away from where the witnesses are, behind the bars, behind the glass. It was off to our left, in the back left corner of the room. He is firmly strapped into that chair. I didn't see any movement from him at all during that process before the gunfire. As Jeffrey noted, we didn't see any type of eye movement towards anyone in either the chamber or in the witness area. He appeared to be looking straight ahead the entire time. The only time I saw movement out of him was the heaving of the chest after the gunfire, and I believe a flinch of the arm at one point as well.